Welcome to the course Web Development with HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Today we are going to focus on HTML blocks and HTML inline. My name is Dr. George Owusu. The course is available on g8tutors.com. The objectives and the outline for today's lecture include the following. Participants should be able to know how to insert block and inline level elements. You should also be able to explain the difference between block and inline elements. You should be able to identify HTML class and HTML ID. You should be able to differentiate between class and HTML ID. HTML blocks. Block level element always starts on a new line. Secondly, they take up the full width available in the page. So these are some of the examples of block elements. We have a paragraph here. We saw that in the paragraph, it was always occupying the full width of a page. So this is the full width of the page. And it was always on a new line. Always on a new line. We have it like this. You also saw the gray tag element also on a new line and occupying the full width of the page. There are other ones such as form and also the division element. HTML inline elements, they don't start on a new line. They don't take up the full width available, and they define a section in a document. These are some of the examples there. We saw that in the previous practicals there was bold element, and it was a section within the element. It didn't take the full width of the page, and it didn't create a new line. There are others that we can actually see, such as the link element and also the span. Just a section of element, it will not break the page into two. So we can see here that we have an example of a block element. Heading 1 is a block element because of quite a full width. And then the P, paragraph is also a block element because it occupies the full width of the page. But the link element, we link a text. So HTML will be in a section of a page, just a section, this section. It will not create a new line, it will not occupy the full width of the page. That's inline element. HTML division element, div element, and the span element. So div is a typical example of a block element. This is a block. And this is inline. So the div, the division and the span elements are containers for other HTML elements. They have no required attributes. The star, class, and ID are common. Div like this. We also can have the span. We can have attributes within the div, such as star attribute, then the class, then ID. When used together with CSS, they can be used to style blocks of elements. just a block, the whole block of element, you can actually star it. Division element generate new line while the span uh, does not. That's the only difference between the division and that of the span. So if you don't want a new line, you better use a span element. ATML class. The ATML class attribute is used to define equal stars for elements with the same class name. It's used for blocks and inline elements. So it's a class, it's a template, so many members can share the same class. So within HTML document, we can have several classes. For instance, if a class is called a country, then Nigeria can share that class. Then Japan can also share that particular class. So this is a typical example. There's a class. Remember the class defined by the dot sign. City. The background for that particular class you have tomato color. So this is tomato color. The font color, the text should be white. And the padding is the distance from here to here. It should be 10 pixels. So when I come to the body, the H2, then the city is Accra. So it will have a background of tomato. The text should be white. Remember that the P, we didn't assign a class to it, so it's having a default font color of black. The background is also has not changed because it does not belong to the city class. Then we also have the Bamako one, and then because Bamako belongs to the city class, the background will share the same background of tomato, white font size. The padding is that of 10 pixels. Unlike the class attribute, there is also HTML ID attribute. So in order to understand the ID attribute, we can use an identification card. Two persons cannot share the same identification card. For instance, this card that we see, we have special identification number here. Okay. So it's unique. The same thing applies to HTML ID attribute in HTML document. The HTML ID attribute is used to specify a unique ID for an HTML element. The value must be unique within the HTML document. So there should be only one ID with that name. ID value can be used by the CSS using the hash sign. In North America, we call it pound. Then we have can also be used in JavaScript. ID belongs to that single element, so one person. A class name can be used by multiple elements. A class name can be used by multiple elements. So that's the main difference between ID and that of the class. So let's do some practicals. So we come here and we have a page like this, division element, hello Africa, then we have our paragraph here. So let's go into the African project folder and then open the block 1. Then you can see that the hello Africa with the division element is having this particular sign, and then the paragraph, which is also different. So when you go back to the HTML code, you can see here that the division element has an attribute called star, so that's CSS. So the border should be 1 pixels and it should be solid. You have to see it and it should be black. So when you come here, we have the border to be 1 pixels. The color of the border should be that of the black. So we can also have div called cities. Then the ID Ghana. So we have ID Ghana, ID Nigeria, ID Kenya. So only one ID, but we have cities, we have cities, we have cities for Accra, cities for Abuja, cities for Nairobi over here. Okay. So if we go to the upper part of the page, we can see where our city class is, cities class. So the color, the font color should be black, the margin should be 20 pixels, the padding should also be 20 pixels. So we have the background, Ghana, the flag of Ghana is red, gold, green. So the middle one, we are representing Ghana by gold. Then the almighty Nigeria, we have the green. And the Kenya, we have some red color there. It's also tomato color. So when you go back to this one, you can see that Ghana is having background of gold. Then we have Abuja, green. Then we have Nairobi to be that of the tomato color. So that's the end for today's lecture. I hope that we have learned something. Know that Jesus Christ is Lord. Take him as your personal Savior. Thank you.